Hi, I'm Neil Rogers. I'm the Director of Support at ITS.
And I'm Wade Wyant. I'm the President of ITS Partners. And we're here to talk to you about ITS's support model. One of the challenges we've had in the past is that when we've done consulting of customers over the last 10 years, as we've been in business doing Symantec consulting, is that after we leave, the customer is always looking for additional support. And one of the ways we handle support was we would say, hey, use the Symantec support that you purchase with your maintenance, and that works great for customers. But there's always some additional things that they need around configuration issues or additional support around the consulting, especially in the workflow world. There's additional consulting needed around how workflows were configured. And so about a year ago, we established our new support model with our support desk in order to take care of these demands that customers were giving us. So Neil and I are here to talk about that. So Neil, why don't you talk a little bit about the support desk, how you operate that, how it's tied into Symantec, and just give us kind of an overview.
What we have is a support service that's official from Symantec, part of the TAP program, and we have to be certified on the products, and we have to follow some rules for that. We have to have a set time frame, we have to have a call and an email, and we have all that. And what we also have is a service desk, so we can track the items, so we can keep track of what's being used and how it's being done, and we can help customers out through their both configuration and tweaking workflow and things like that.
So this is an official Symantec program. It's not something we made up. We've been certified by them. It's not just that we're certified to on the products. We've been certified as a support center.
Yep.
Okay. So when you do the support for a customer, what are some of the things you have available internally at ITS to do better support? What are some of the documents and people you can talk to? How do you do the internal, how do you get the information the customer needs and solves their problem, beyond just being smart?
Well, we have a few different ways. Obviously, we have a pool of 35 engineers that are out in the field doing the work day in, day out, and so we have built up a wiki from that. As we run across the issues and have common things that we were doing, we put that information up there so we can get access to it.
So it's an internal wiki with ITS only knowledge, okay?
Yep. And plus, sometimes the terms that are being used and searched for, the reason why, like the knowledge base that Symantec has great information. You can't find the information there just because it's the wrong term. So we can help out with that too. But also, we can email each other. We have a peer list with 35 of our engineers on it. Plus, we have the individual teams with the workflow, the asset, the client management. And we can email to each other to find out what's going on with it. Plus, we have all the documentation from the engagement. So if you're an existing customer and we've been out there helping you out before, we have that knowledge. We can look that up. We can find out what was done for the design, especially if it's something that was custom. And really, in the industries we've been in, we've seen a lot of different things that have to be done to meet either regulations or just how your individual business works.
So one of the things unique about our support desk is that you've got 10 years experience with Altiris, and you're the director of the support desk. The other people on the support desk also have a lot of experience. And so what we've done is not taken our junior or new engineers and say, hey, throw on a support desk, do the best you can. We've taken our most senior level people and put them on a support desk. So when a customer calls in, I mean, it's not necessarily always first call resolution, but it's sometimes very quick. And other times, we have that internal knowledge that we can get to the problems. Now, talk just real quickly about what happens if you can't solve the problem. What do you do from there?
There's a few different options. Sometimes, obviously, I can email out to the group and find out if anybody else has an idea or if someone else can work with them. But I can also direct it to Symantec, too, to get help with that because it is official Symantec support.
So you can actually transfer the ticket to Symantec, and it goes, what, to level 2, level 3?
Yep, direct level 2,
okay.
Which, especially if the issue happens to be something that we can't necessarily solve or a query is acting funny that's internal to the product, they can dig into a little more than what we can.
Okay. And so beyond this, if the customer calls in, we have an 8 to 5 call-in time, and they would deal with you directly. This is purchased in blocks of 40 hours, right?
Yep.
So if a customer wants to do this, they have to buy a 40-hour block of time, which is good for either 6 or 12 months. And then typically we use those in 2 hours of blocks, right?
Yes, that's correct.
So typically support, but if there's a need for remote consulting, we can do that as well, right?
That's correct. Issues like workflow, there may be times we need a component or don't have quite the right component. We can help you out with that. You need a policy created or a piece of software package or
a WISE package made that you may not be up to speed on.
Can't figure out why it won't deliver, detection rules and those type of things. We can help out with that. That's where a lot of people have needs. As newer parts of the product come out, they need help getting over that learning curve, and we help out with that.
Sure, or maybe they're going to make a change to the product 3 months after we left, and before they make that change, you're not going to call support and say, should I make this change at Symantec, but you might want to call ITS support and say, I'm about to make this change. Does that make sense with the configuration that you have on record and on file, and should I do this? And then avoid that mess of cascading issues that could come from making a change that before you know it, you have to have consulting to solve the problem.
Yep, exactly.
So, Neil and I are really excited about this. This is something that together we launched earlier this year, and we have several customers today who are using ITS support and love it. Again, this isn't an official branch of the Symantec support offering, so we're not superseding that or taking away from it. We are officially certified by Symantec to do this support. Neil is certified. Neil is 100% dedicated to this, and then he has a team of people that he can utilize within the ITS family, and we have some very happy customers. So in the short time we have, it's very difficult to give you all the details and talk about the value to you as a customer, but we want to make you aware that it is out there, and we would be happy to have a much longer, in-depth conversation one-on-one with anybody who is interested, either an existing customer or even a new customer, someone who hasn't worked with ITS in the past, on talking more detail about this ITS support. So in closing, please contact us at our website or contact your ITS account executive or call the number that will be on the screen, and we'll be happy to support you. So thank you, Neil, for your time, and I'm sure they'll be calling you soon. Thank you very much, everybody.